Martha, an enthusiastic beginner with the artistic confidence of a potato, sits hunched over at her kitchen table. Her supplies: a suspiciously tiny set of watercolor paints, a brush that looks like it came with a kid's meal, and paper that cost less than a cup of coffee. She stares down at her blank sheet as if it just insulted her. The paper, voiced by Patrick Stewart in Martha's imagination, says, "Go on, Martha. Be brave. Paint me." Martha nods as if taking orders from her British overlord. She dips her brush gingerly into water, then into the blue paint, turning it into a pale puddle. She sets her brush to the paper and makes a shaky blob that is not so much a sky, but a sad, blue omelette. Enter Mr. Whiskers, Martha's cat and self-appointed studio critic. He sits on the table, tail twitching, watching Martha's attempts with the sly amusement usually reserved for knocking things off countertops. "I call this masterpiece, the blob," Martha declares, presenting her blurry blue shape. Mr. Whiskers sniffs it and, finding it not edible, passes no comment. Martha consults YouTube, where perfectionist Pete seamlessly paints a delicate pink flower in 8 seconds, framed by glowing light and birdsong. Martha tries to emulate. Her flower looks like it was stomped by an unusually aggressive rabbit. She adds a stem which is more of a green wobbly line, and a leaf that could be a small lizard. Nature loves variety, she rationalizes. Martha then discovers the magic of masking tape. She creates neat borders and feels like a modern Michelangelo. Painting inside the lines feels thrilling. She tries a sunset, inventing lots of accidental clouds along the way. Mr. Whiskers helps by providing spontaneous paw prints for added texture. Martha's friend Tom arrives and studies her collection of abstract landscapes, highly interpretive florals, and what could either be a fish or a failed spaceship. "You know, Picasso started somewhere," Tom says. Martha beams and starts plotting her next work, an ambitious depiction of Mr. Whiskers riding a unicorn over a rainbow made entirely from her leftover paint blobs. At the heart of Martha's journey is the realization that simple watercolor painting is not about perfection, but joyful chaos. Every mishap, every bloom, blunder, and feline intervention is a step toward brilliance. Martha sets up a gallery show on her fridge, open to all cats and humans with taste for adventure. The paper, voiced by Patrick Stewart, observes, "And so ends another day in the grand pursuit of watercolor glory." Tune in next time for more heroic blobs and daring splashes. Martha bows, Mr. Whiskers does not. The saga continues, with slightly less clean tablecloths and a lot more color.